Bonjour.
Bonjour.
Bonjour. Bonjour. Bonjour. Bonjour.
Deepfakes.
Шановні захисники, бути президентом
Devil's box brain. Where have you taken it?
This is vodka. I just can't.
Hear, taste, or smell something.
People of the world, thank you.
While offering amusement for its audience, deepfakes also causing a reputation damage of public figures. Our team met an IT expert to seek the real answers of how deepfakes work.
Deepfakes, it's like a method where you can apply someone else's face on a video or a picture. How does it work? So you have to work with data points on the faces. You have to put several data points. The more data points on your face, the more precise it will be, put on the original video to match every single data point for it to match together. Once it's done, you can run a little software and it will just bind the new face on the original video.
In 2022, a research stated that people averagely spend 6 hours and 58 minutes per day on screens connected to the internet. We jumped to the street asking people about the deepfakes video trend and how they react to them.
Well, the first one looks kind of real. I mean, like if I saw Zelensky the first time, I would say it's real. But the second one, not real. Like, I mean, it's two like pictures that are animated. They don't look like real person, but Zelensky looks like a real person.
Well, the second one is a little bit scary because nowadays with the AI you can practically do and make anything. So everything is available nowadays. Since you played the second one, now it makes me doubt if it's even real.
When I saw it, within like 5 seconds I felt that it was fake, and like I kept watching it and it was obvious like it was fake. Even with the expressions, we can see the background and everything, it was fake. But if we are seeing it for the first time like on the Instagram or on the YouTube shorts, so it would have been hard for us to distinguish if it's fake. But it was very funny although.
It seems unnatural for me. It doesn't seem right. And I can really tell it from the graphic if it's not real.
From the Ukrainian president video, I really thought that it was him, but before, if I wasn't watched him in the video, I could believe that that was him, because these videos can be used as a proof to someone who don't know much about Ukrainian president. So these videos can be really dangerous, I suppose. The funny ones, they are really funny, that can be used for entertaining. I don't see any harm in these kind of videos. But the technology behind this, I could understand that they changed the faces, but I couldn't get it. I just thought it was Jim Carrey.
Yeah, I mean, I see the differences between the context. Like on the first one, it's only political context and it's about war issues. But on the second one, we can see it's more about sport, and this is not good because people might think that, like, for example, the body of a woman can exactly be like this, and I think it's a bit extreme, and you can't have these results without using plastic surgery, probably.
It's hard to notice any difference unless you already analyzed the previous one. So, for example, if I had watched Zelensky's videos before, maybe I would be able to differentiate, but now I can't.
The second one, high quality, you know, it was like in a movie, I suppose, but the first one, the voice was really messy. It can be recognized that the voice was changed. That's the only difference that I see.
The one of Zelensky, it might be very traumatic if people, like if AI makes him say something very wrong about the war, it might lead to like something very bad, especially for the situation in Ukraine and the war with Russia.
Like, I think it's very scary because you can make anything and thus make any people believe anything.
As far as the politics is concerned, obviously it impacts the decision-making capacity of the public, like when it comes to vote or any policies or anything. So it deeply affects that. So my advice will be to follow the reliable source of information only.
I wouldn't believe it in the first place, because I feel unsure about it, so I need to look for other references to prove my information.
If I wanted to question if these videos are fake or not, I would search for the real voice of the Ukrainian president, for example, but if I didn't know that these videos are fake, I would definitely believe it.
Deepfakes that are used in comedy purposes may sound funny, but the ones which can mislead the information to the society, consequently, have serious legal issues behind them.
That it's obviously not legal to use anyone's face, voice, whatever without their consent. The dangers that come with deepfake is especially dangerous for women. Some female politicians are being photoshopped on porn especially, which obviously is not good because with sexism and everything, it's way more bad for a woman to be portrayed on such a website or whatever. You have to be really good at tech to produce, I guess, deepfake. But if we look at technical advances in the last 10 years, I think it's safe to say that in the next few years it's going to be much easier to do that.
Of course, it's legal to do it. It's not legal to pretend someone said something he didn't say using deepfake. I think it's like an impersonation. So yeah, it will be illegal. Like fake news, like misinformation, like you make someone tell something he didn't say and broadcast it to everyone as a truth. So this will be a very bad use of the technology. The technology is already pretty much advanced, so it can be difficult for your eye to see if it's a true video or if it's a deepfake. You have to use a software who can just at a very deep level check all the pixels and see if there is some inconsistency between the pixels and the one next to it. But the main concern will be about artificial intelligence, because right now, as I told you, we use data points, so it's pretty much manual. But in the future, we have auto-generative AI who can work by itself, like machine learning, and it will be able to do deepfake, but on a completely generated video. So you won't be able at this point to identify inconsistency between pixels, because the picture will be fully consistent. So at this point it will be really difficult for us to detect such deepfakes. Yeah, on Twitter sometimes you have some deepfakes who go around, and people who don't do any research think it's true, so they share it to other people. It's pretty common, but you have a good watch community who try to check which deepfake is true, or which video is true or deepfake.
Nowadays, anyone can create their own fake news and also break it. Online propaganda is more misleading and manipulative than ever. As the technology develops, deepfakes give more reasons for people to not instantly believe what they see on the internet as the truth. In fact, what's real and what's fake has been more vague in the society. We just hope in the future there will be regulations to control this technology trend.